What is good, guys and girls of YouTube? I am Justin Omoe, and today is a quick video on how to clean up space for your projects. It'll save you space, save the mix and master engineer when you send your projects over, save them hassle and time and space as well. Yeah, so here we have a .zip file from FL Studio, and you can see right here it is half a gig. Okay, this took a few minutes for me to download, but still, like, a whole bunch of files in this project is unused. It's like not needed. 130 items. First off, I'm looking at the FLP file real quick. You can see that it's not even 1000 KB. It's not 1 MB, so we are good. But usually if you see this thing that has like 62,000 or something like that, usually there is a file in the FLP that we will have to look about, and I'll show you an example of that once we get through all the other shit. But right now we're good with the FLP file itself. I'm gonna drag this .zip into FL Studio to open it, and we'll see what's in there. This is another reason why you don't want to deal with big files. It takes a while just to open. Unzipping. Let it do its thing. Alright, so here we are. Look at this project and pretty much look at all these clips in the list. How much do you think is going to be left? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. You can see we are all the way up to, like, I don't know, 127 tracks here. And we don't really need to do, have all this shit. I know you can't see it because it's all like condensed, but you can see each of these has 2 unused files. 2 unused files in every single one of these things. I told this guy to delete all the unused clips, purge them out, and then send it, save it, send it. But, he doesn't get it, so it's all good. It kind of inspired this video, so yeah. Well, it did inspire the video, so thank you for sending me all these big ass files. But what I am gonna do is make sure that all the files, look, he has 2 of the beats right here. I think I'll keep this one. But you see these files are muted in here, and instead of just going like this and then selecting, like holding shift and control your whole life going through each of these, FL Studio has a nice way of selecting all these muted clips. First, you go to this little corner here, you go to select muted, and all of a sudden life, you could just start seeing life all better again. It selected all the crap that we didn't want in our project. So I just went and pressed delete key. You can see all these files deleted. Now we could go into tools, macros, purge unused audio clips. Now it's gonna delete all the channels that's not in the playlist, all the track files and stuff, gone from the system. For those who did drop a comment, we're gonna see how much is left of this. Should be like 129 files that were in the list. Let's see how much is left. There we go. Now look how big this bar is now. Oh man. All right, I'll count. 1 2 3 4 5. Wait, why am I counting? I forgot. When I save it, we're gonna see the number. So cool. We just did the best thing ever, which was purge all those clips that we did not want. Now if our project looks like this, it's a mess and it's all consolidated, no effects. All these tracks were consolidated for the example, so what I could do is actually save this as a .zip and throw all these files into a new project, and I'll be clean. So I'll do that. Yeah. Let me save this in a new project. I'm gonna call this cleaned. I'm just gonna call it clean. You can name it whatever you want. Your life. Even then, it's still taking a long time, but it is what it is. There's like 40 damn audio tracks. Could y'all believe I'm only doing this for $300 too? Hit me up, JustinOmoe.com. Support your boy. I got a $1,500 headphone coming in. I'd appreciate it if some of y'all would, spot your boy some work. I wonder why it's taking so long. Maybe because it's saving from one zip file to another zip file. That's probably why it's taking so long. So it's pretty much extracting all that crap, and then it has to save over. So finally, that .zip file is saved, and here it is. It went from half a gig to 200 MB, which is, oh my god, it's more than 50% of the damn project. So we are left with 43 items minus the FLP is 42. The answer to life is 42. If you had that in the comment section below, you win. I don't know what you win, but there. We still got a shitload of files though. You can see this is 14 KB 158, not, thing. I'm gonna actually extract this here. And what I am gonna do is in the new open extracted folder, I'm gonna just load the FLP file. No, we are not saving over that. So you can see how quick and easy it was to save or to open back this project real fast. Now I want to show y'all, if I were to take something like this beat file, Control E, and I'll also go into another sound file. I'll go here and Control E, open another Edison, and let's just take another file, let it be a big one right here. I'm gonna drag this into that Edison that's not open, or that doesn't have shit in it. So here we go. Whoop, and Control H. And now if I were to save this FLP file, lo and behold, if I go to this FLP file, of course it's not going to show the size, huh? It's 114 MB. So that's pretty much double the size of this shit right here. Properties. What? Oh yeah, because it's all uncompressed and shit. But you can see that having this, having Edison in your project, I shouldn't have done that, takes up space as well. So if I were to show you the two Edisons again, so one is here and then the other is here. These, when you save as a FLP or even a .zip, will save the whole data in Edison and leave it there. So if you're not using it, it's going to be taking up your space. What you can do is click over here. Oh wait, no, my bad. You go up to Tools, Macros, and then look for Edison. Remove all Edison instances. So if I do this, instances, okay, I said it. So there it went. It searched for all the Edison plugins, and they are now goodbye. So if I were to save this as a FLP, it probably won't work. Yeah, because I already think that. Let's just save it here as FLP, like that. You can see that this FLP file is 158 kilobytes. So cool. Let's go into a new profile though, or a new thing, because these are all consolidated. We're gonna go ahead and just make this project a little bit cleaner and perhaps, shorten up these things a bit more. So we're gonna extract this cleaned project once again. In the extracted folder, all we're gonna do is take everything. So I Control A and drag them straight in here. There we go. So now we have all these tracks here, no more gaps in the project, and these are all still lined up because they're all consolidated. Cool. We can make this go even further than beyond. Look how much space is between these tracks. Main. Look, they're all in their own space. You know what we could do? Pretty much this right here. Well, I don't know about this part right here, but let's just take a look. So if you can see what I'm doing, yeah, this will work. I'm gonna have to want to clean these out even more, but for the sake of the video example, I'm gonna show y'all, like just for example. So everything that says main, they're for the main thingamajiggy. I'm just gonna cut them like so. Hold on, let me cut the other one. And look, we just took 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even count. Look, we even got more we could put in there. Just make sure that they're not overlapping files. So there we go. Put that over there. Ideally, you want to clean out everything first. That is a main track. Might as well throw that in there, right? What are these? Dubs? Yeah, they're all dubs. These like so. Ad-libs again. That could put in this layer. So it looks like I did pretty much all of them right there, right? Yeah. Okay. Now I'm just for the sake of this, I'll just do this. Just clean it out real quick. There. And I'm gonna just rename these. Right click A, right click A. You could take your time and rename them accordingly, but this is just for example. So I'm gonna definitely have to go back and clean up files and stuff before I consolidate them for this client. But all I have to do is consolidate them all pretty much first off the beat. You don't have to really consolidate that. And since all these tracks start at the beginning, I don't have to consolidate the track to the whole clip, meaning from start to end. What I could do is right click, So for example, this one, let's see, there is multiple tracks in here. Right click, consolidate this track, and I could do from track start. So you see it's going from the start to the end there. And if I were to hit enter or start, boom, we consolidate the track. So this track is pretty much one track here, and that was from 1, 2, 3, 4 different tracks we just merged into one. You can also do consolidate from songs. So right click, consolidate this track, full song. So this is gonna do from the beginning to the end. I wouldn't really recommend doing that. I mean, yeah. What you don't want to do though is if your track starts like not at the beginning, and you do right click, consolidate from track start, look how it's starting. So it's gonna consolidate this track from the beginning here. Now this is totally fine if you are using it and gonna save it in this project as FL Studio and not gonna send it to another person. But if you do consolidate like this, which I'll just hit enter to show y'all, what's gonna happen is it's gonna consolidate the track and it's gonna start on bar number 5 or measure 5. If you save this and send this to somebody, this song will start here, and you can see how it shifts. It's not exactly there. So unless you tell them put this on measure 5, they're not gonna know, and it's gonna screw up the whole thing. So if I were to just go ahead and do that, so in this case you would want to consolidate from the song start or the full song if you want it like that. So right click, OF enter. That's the shortcut key for track start. If you want the song, OS enter. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do that right now. And yeah, this is time consuming, but it is what it is, man. So I just consolidated all these tracks. You could delete them and then shift them, or like I showed you, click this arrow, select, muted, delete key, and then again from here you go to tool, macros, purge unused audio clips. There we go, we delete them all, and now we're left with about 15 tracks. Hold on. And now we're left with about 15 tracks. If you want, you could open this and drag it into a new project like I showed you before. Or you could just right click EO, Make sure you're just doing the blank ones. Like so. And there we go. We just changed over 130 tracks into just 14 or 15 tracks. Now we're gonna save it. Go ahead and save this. I'm gonna name this cleaned even more. .zip. And let's see where that brings us. And believe it or not, there's even more that you could do to make this project file even smaller. So we ain't done. Now let's take a look at how big this file is, or small, whatever word fits right? So cleaned even more. We trimmed it down from 200 to 175 MB. That's a good win. And that looks way better than having, what was it, quadruple the size amount just now, 40 something tracks. And like I just said, we can't even make this shorter than it was just now. So what we could do after that is start by deleting all the tracks that has empty crap before it, leaving it like so. Delete shit you don't need. And I'm not gonna overkill myself with all this. I'm just gonna focus on these tracks right here. See, these that just start later in the project. I'm just gonna do that. Again, I'm doing a rough job on this. You should really, take this into more care. But yeah, you can even go even harder by doing all this. But you know what? For the sake of the video, I'm doing it for y'all. I mean, we could have done this from the start, but I'm just showing y'all in like different levels of shit. Like how dedicated, how desperate are you to save space? So here we go again. Right click O. This time from track start F. And remember again, if you are sending this to somebody else, you should not be doing this. But if you send it as a FL Studio project.zip, then you're good. OF, enter. Shit, here we go again. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Select, muted, delete, tools, macros, purge. Now you gotta be extra careful how you move these files because they're not like, oops, I fucked up. That's pretty much why. So just take them all, drag them down by one if you want to keep them in the same name, and then the same old right click EO, And there we go. Once again, now I'm gonna save this even more. Super Saiyan 3. 69. So you can see we're just trimming a little bit. I don't know. I mean, if there's something wrong with you and you just really need the space, then you can even go further beyond. You know, like just cutting these, making these separate, exporting as simple tracks. You can see why this is important for organization, for clients, for, like I said, space, and so forth. So just remember, clean up your projects before you send them to people. Please name them accordingly, because this song is called, what is this song? It's called Choices. I don't know who's the name. Overall, we made a half a gig file, trimmed down to like 169, as low as we want it to go, but 1.75. We cut it down even like what, 60%. So definitely look into doing this for your projects if you just need to clean up files and space. It'll help you out in the long run when it comes to allocating memory. But yes, it is your boy Justin. Oh, Moe, let me know if this helped you guys and girls out. And with all that being said, peace. I'm out. And please have yourselves a damn good one.